your hottest show on the radio going down today. This is your host, Habibi Yassin and
Kesey Wilson.
And we are here today. We got a freestyle show and we going in and we talking about everything. We got some guests on our show today. What's your name, ma'am?
Sheena Webb.
Sheena Webb. And what's your name?
It's your girl Chelsea.
Chelsea. And we're going to have their insight on whatever we talking about today. It's just Freestyle Thursday. We can talk about whatever the hell we want to because it's our show and it's the hot topic and it's going up today. Period.
So, like, for real though, what y'all feeling about Christmas? Because this year, for some reason, it does not feel like Christmas. I can't get into the Christmas spirit for nothing. Like, I'm not sure if it's because my kids are older or whatever the case may be.
I think it's because our kids are older and tradition has really made its way out the door. Nobody's really on the same thing like it used to be back when your grandma had Christmas.
Okay.
No more caroling.
Right.
Nothing good anymore. It's just whatever.
Nobody really plans
The
for
kids
like,
know what
let's
they
all
want
get together
and what
like
they
that. It's like, oh, let's do our separate thing. And then it's kind of like, it's more like everybody's feeling like the struggle of Christmas. That's what I feel.
And I feel like
that's
everybody
overcoming the actual reason for the holiday.
Yeah.
You know, because everybody's so into
and
the
then
struggle.
everybody creating their own little families. So you know,
yeah, and so they want to
so
do
everybody
this.
breaking off away from the traditional thing.
I know, but I miss traditional things. You know what's crazy? My son, he was going shopping for his two daughters, my two granddaughters. Love y'all, Isis and KK.
Hey,
And this boy asked me, he said, "My mommy, we getting ready to go toy shopping. Let's go to Toys R Us." Why at the time Toys R Us was closed?
where I'm about to say, where's Toys R Us? Go to Ollie's. We might go to Macy's in their Toys R Us section.
Thinking about Toys R Us being closed down kind of made me feel some type of way about Christmas because, like, I remember Toys R Us in all types of movies, like Toy Story. You know what I mean? Like all the Christmas movies.
Toys R Us.
And then I remember the slogan that I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Remember Toys R Us used to send out the Christmas book where you could sit over there and go through all the toys. Yes, now girl, they don't send, you ain't getting nothing. Yeah, you gotta go to Walmart and they barely ain't got about 5 toys.
Toys R Us had all the hottest new toys.
They did.
Baby dolls, the Barbies.
Everything.
All of
Can
them.
I tell y'all how I really feel about Christmas?
Yes, Scrooge.
I really feel like that Christmas is a pagan holiday. I really feel like that it is set up to make people that are poor remain poor, and it's for the richer to remain rich, because I feel like that our people, African American people, we go out and we put ourselves on the line for one day just so kids can have a day of really being ungrateful.
Give them some, and then not only that,
I found that children are very ungrateful when you give them their Christmas stuff. You can get these kids everything they want, and they still turn around and disrespect you. The shit be on the floor the next day after they done opened it up. People like, damn, look at my money on the floor.
I don't know,
the
y'all.
next month, I was in the next month. You throwing the shit away because they ain't never picked it back up.
They played for one day. That's
one day.
And then you still paying for it down in July because you got a payday loan on the stuff that was Christmas because we really didn't have it. But the thing about it,
the Bible, in the Bible,
I was gonna say,
I'm ready to quote y'all the Bible.
No, but that's real. No, that's real. Let me tell you something. I looked on the news. I watched the news, and let me tell you something. They said that payday loans and things like that were up to 78%. Why? Because people could not afford to buy Christmas, and you still putting yourself in a situation just to say, I got presents. But like you said, African Americans, we are the #1 buyers in America. So it's normally us who are in these situations where we have to, you know, feel like we have to be obligated to get our kids all of this.
Right. See, I can't really hit on that, and I'm gonna be real with y'all just because, like, I really love Christmas. Like, Christmas is one of my favorite holidays, and I don't feel like it's a pagan holiday. I really actually feel like it's not too many holidays that families do get together. Like, I'm a traditional Christmas lover. I love Christmas because that's the time that families travel. Families, you might not see your family members all during the year, but they come and y'all meet up and y'all chop it up or whatever. I don't feel like, you know, parents should struggle to get their kids anything for Christmas, because if you can't afford it, then you can't afford it. you know, and some of these kids, you know, I feel like education means more than anything, and a lot of people buy their children stuff that their kids can't even spell the name of, or their kids not doing good in school, or whatever the case may be. You know, I'm the type of mom that I'll buy my kids books for Christmas type joint, like, but I just feel like, you know, I love Christmas movies. I just love Christmas. I love snow. I love Christmas. Like I love Christmas theme, everything. Like I'm really big on that because I feel like, you know, I love to see children's faces when they open up gifts or whatever. And sometimes you can't afford what you want to get the kids, or that's why they made layaway. That's why they made, you know, what I mean? You don't have to put yourself in debt to have for your children to have a good Christmas, because I feel that type of way with people in their children's parties. Like how people throw their 1-year-olds, 5-year-olds, big, huge parties. They don't remember those parties. You doing it to show off for the other people. You know
Okay, but okay, look, check my little situation out.
justice.
Check my situation out with Christmas. Okay, boom. I love Christmas. But me as being a single mother, I take care of my kids the whole year. They spoiled. So here it is on Christmas Day. They don't know what they want. They on something. My kids not even for the Christmas. They got, you know me. My daughter wanted the iPad, Apple Watch. I got all that. Like they know they older, 14 and 16. They know what they getting for Christmas. They don't believe it. So yeah, Mom, where's my shoes?
I mean, I just feel like
I feel where
now that Christmas here, what is you supposed to get them? You ask them what they want. I don't know.
I've been doing cash for Christmas for my kids for the last
I'm
years.
with you. Because
my older children is 22 and 19. I've been giving them cash for Christmas for a couple of years, and that's what made me not be in the Christmas spirit, because I don't have the little ones, you know. But when my children were little and Toys R Us was open, and we bought toys and all of that, and the sneaking and the wrapping of the gifts the night before, and you know, Santa Claus and the little train movie that they make everybody watch. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm Frosty the Snowman, Charlie Brown Christmas. I love Christmas.
And that's where it comes in, where
like Christmas really is what you make.
But
I feel like your kids are not. My children are not materialistic.
Mine not
You know what I mean? So like I feel
either.
like the reason why people are going broke is because at the end of the day, your children are materialistic, and that has something to do with the way you raising them. Period.
No,
you're broke
that's these
when it's
kids
back
now.
to school. You're broke when you. All of them are not materialistic, because I'm trying to tell you, it's all about how you raise your children. If you're raising your children about labels and this and that and that, and like I try to tell my children, you know, they always be into Jordans and stuff like that. I tell my son, instead of buying a pair of Jordans, they $200. You could go get 4 pair of sneakers for that price. You could get Vans. They had the mega sale. I was out there at Vans. I mean, it was 25% off. I got 7 pairs.
When you think about it, you say that it's all about how you raising your children. We are in a day and age where it doesn't. I feel it does have a lot on how you raise your children, but our children are so exposed to other options. We wasn't really exposed to so many other options of seeing so many other things, so we didn't know. We didn't know to want Gucci and stuff like that at 16 and stuff like that, because we couldn't go on social media and see another person our age with Gucci and then feel some type of way. These kids, they feel like and that's why I say, like, even you could raise your kid the best, you know what I mean? But and they might not be materialistic, but as a human nature, when you see other people with things, and whomever you are, you're gonna feel like, I want that too. You know what I'm saying? You say that, well, I want that too, whether how you can get it, who you can ask for it, whatever. You're going to say to yourself, well, damn, I want that too. You know what I mean?
We not keeping up with the Joneses though.
I know, but hear me out. They have more access. Like when we was kids, we honestly knew what our friends, what our community, what we seen on TV. We can go online and see a million different other people living lives that we never even knew was out there. You know what I mean? So now these kids, they can. You know what I mean? They really can. And so they can, like, whether you teach them or whether you say, you know, I'm going to buy this for you, they're still going to have that want. Yeah. Because they see somebody else that's 16.
We had cable in the house.
Right. And you probably had friends with cable that you went over and you was like, let me watch your TV. I had a best friend like that. She didn't have cable. She a lawyer to this day. Her parents raised her right.
Welcome back to Hot Topic, and this is your host Habiba Yassin and
Kesey Wilson.
And we're back with our special guest today, Sheena Webb and
Chelsea.
my girl Chelsea.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're talking about fantasies on this segment of our show. And we're gonna talk about what we like, what we don't like, what we want to happen, what we don't want to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to it. What's your fantasy, Kesey?
One of them anyway, girl. I know you got more than one.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all and tell y'all that I really don't have no fantasy because I kind of lived out my fantasy already.
Live them all.
Well, what was your fantasy that you had?
Your
that you
favorite
lived out?
fantasy
What
that
was
you
it?
lived out.
My fantasy was to have sex with two men and have a threesome.
So you had two men in the threesome? So how did that make you feel as a woman?
At first I was scared,
Mm-hmm.
and then when the Henny hit, it was going to pop.
It was on the problem.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you because I've
Yeah.
never been with two men in my life.
Yes. Okay.
So how did this work? Like, what was y'all doing?
Well, you know, to be honest, what had happened was I had told somebody that I used to mess around with that was one of my fantasies, and they gave it to me for my birthday. And basically, you know, it was just interaction, sexual interaction with both of them. And after we got done with the person we brought in, he left, and then me and the dude that I was dealing with continued to keep it popping. But it was great to me because I feel like men are selfish and they never really let you have more, you know what I mean? When they
Hold on,
have
so you said he left and left you with the dude?
No,
No.
the
Oh.
dude that we brought in left, and me
Okay.
and the dude that I was messing
Okay.
with continued to play. But I feel like, you know, I wanted that because I hear, you know, out here a lot of men want to have threesomes with two women, and I'm not really attracted to women. So to me, I'm like, bring me more dick,
Yeah,
because
that's
you know what I mean. I feel like I'm going about to show off because I've never had that in my life. I ain't gonna lie, I showed off.
Was it the best night? Was it what you thought in your fantasy?
It was. I would never do it again because I don't want to mess up the damn memory. You know what I'm saying? I really brought out my inner porn star.
Right. So you was good with your one and
I thought
done.
I was making a movie. Boo.
Okay.
I was out there. I was way gone. Like I'm trying to say, I didn't think it was possible.
Right.
Because you know men are so stingy. They like, hell nah, I ain't like fucking my chick. Whatever the case may be.
So
But
you would never have a threesome or sleep with two women and a man? Just, you know, you, another woman, and a man?
nah.
I'm too
Well, I feel like
y'all
when the
selfish.
threesomes, I feel like when the threesomes happen that way, it's not even about being selfish. I just feel like when the threesomes happen that way, the focus is really on the man because the two women are trying to please the man, and I wanted the threesome to be focused on me being pleased.
No.
Unless she likes
My focus on my
Now, she
pleasure.
could like
When I'm in the bed, my focus is on my
I
pleasure.
want it to be pleased.
Right.
Not me. It's
Right.
just- I don't know. I've never had a threesome with two women, so
Right.
let me
Well,
know.
I've had a threesome.
Well, let me know
With two
how yours
women
went down then.
And a man,
Damn.
and I didn't feel like that it was selfish in any type of way because
Okay.
I'm attracted to women,
Okay.
and we did our thing or whatever.
So you like
And
best
then-
of both worlds.
I'm not even gonna say that. It was kind of like I like women,
Okay.
I do, but I don't want to date women like that all the time. I'll do it occasionally just to have a little fun or whatever. Because
So was it real nasty?
it's always real nasty.
That's what's up.
It's always
If it
real
ain't nasty,
nasty.
it ain't right.
But my thing is, I don't want anyone to ever think that it's selfish because it's not as sensual. I think it's
Okay.
very sensual and intimate if you're with a woman, and a man is really there maybe to just watch a little bit and then he can join in, but it's more for the woman, I believe, to make them feel good. And then the man,
like that.
So what happened? Tell us what happened.
what having a threesome?
I mean, with your girl and your
and is this your
With the girl
fantasy?
and my
though?
man,
Mm-hmm.
we all did it. It wasn't nothing. I mean, and I'm not jealous, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about stuff like that.
So what's y'all fantasies?
Okay, me, y'all know I'm different. Hey, I got a couple fantasies, but one of my fantasies as far as bitches go, no, I never been with no female. But yeah, everybody know I got a curiosity.